Lewis Capaldi. I'd heard the name, and I even heard his songs. I didn't connect the two. His songs are obviously very, very popular at the moment. And I did hear, I love the way that radio stations and they're obsessed with money, aren't they? A lot of these taglines, headlines, all about money. And there was a tagline of Lewis Capaldi is worth £50 million. Wow, fair play to him now, you know. He has to. I said to myself at the time, I didn't connect him with his songs. I didn't know who was doing the songs that were quite popular and quite good, if you know what I mean. And I like a lot of music, I like a lot of contemporary music. And sometimes it's a while before I find out who the artist is. I don't actively pursue songs necessarily, but if something's really good, I will find. And I did find out it was Lewis Capaldi for some of the songs that I'll enjoy. But I found it interesting that the radio station, 50 million, but he's no, you know. And then when you see him, and he's a very down-to-earth Scottish guy, and of course anybody listening will know who he is because he's an international superstar, obviously. But he's so down to earth. He swears a lot, which is fine with me. I have no problem with that. I mean, if people are judging you based on swearing and nothing else, have they? So it's not all bad, is it? But I've seen a few things, and people often say how down to earth he is, and I think that'll remain. He's the sort of guy. Hopefully it won't, and hopefully he's got the right advice. I actually never been in that situation to go from nothing to like 50 million, and how you deal with that and how you cope with that, let alone the fame and everything else. And his voice is absolutely amazing. He sings, and you can see the effort he's putting in when he's singing, and I like that. He does the effort, he does the time, and the songs are fantastic. And it's great listening to him live. I mean, that for me is the acid test for any artist. If you hear them live, just amazing. So Lewis Capaldi, he's worth 50 million. You know what? Fair play to him. He deserves every penny. And maybe it's the begrudgers who make a big deal of it. I don't care if he's worth 200 million. I don't care if he's worth $1 billion. He's worth whatever he's worth because he is an artist, he's a skill, he entertains people, and he's a nice bloke as well, which is always good. So that gets me on to another artist, Jess, Glynne, I think her name is. I love her music. She's a very distinctive way of singing, and I did wonder how much effort she had to put in to sing like that, whether that was natural for her, and I hope that she's getting the necessary, or she's had the necessary training, because to me it sounded something that would put quite a lot of pressure on your vocal cords. And it was very interesting that I think she was touring with the Spice Girls, or what's left of the Spice Girls. And I know what the media said, she was partying till whatever time, and she couldn't make it to a certain festival to perform, and she was physically exhausted. And I get all that, that's fine. I mean, you know, maybe she should have better people with her who look after her. And I'm not having a go. You know, if she's partying till 5 in the morning, I don't have a problem with that either. She's physically exhausted. I have a problem with the people who are around her, who I'm not handlers. Handlers is the wrong word, but obviously record companies, management. There's a lot of business interests in unfortunately, in an artist, and I'm not saying she should be told what to do by any means, but her health should be part of the deal. She should be looked after. She should make sure that she's not physically exhausted. She should make sure that she's not getting nodules on her vocal cords from the way she sings. She should be given this as a matter of, what would you call it? Responsibility around care, duty of care, how you treat people. If you are in a 9-to-5 job, they got to keep you warm, they got to keep you dry. They pretty much do have a responsibility for your mental and physical health to a certain extent, consummate with the role. And I think the same should be for her as well. And, you know, I mean, you love this. Oh, she was partying with the Spice Girls so far. You know what? She's young. I don't think I don't have a problem with that. Maybe she wasn't partying. Maybe she was sleeping. She could be doing anything. We don't know. It doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. But if she is becoming physically exhausted for whatever reason, then I believe that, the people... Well, the people who are making money out of her, let's put it that way, they have a duty of responsibility, duty of care, and they need to make sure her welfare is paramount. And if she is doing too many concerts, too many gigs, they should be responsible. I think, I think there needs to be some culpability in a sense, some responsibility for someone's welfare. She's a human, she's young, she might be full of energy. It's obviously a very demanding way that she sings, physically, even mentally. Wow, maybe that's why she's letting off steam with the Spice Girls. I'm not suggesting she is. I wasn't there. I would love to have been there. But anyway, I think the artist can get a bad rap, and I think there are so many people involved with an artist that there should be somebody who has the responsibility to look after the artist's welfare. And I mean this in the sincerest way possible, that sometimes the artist, they don't have their own best interests at heart. Obviously, sometimes they can be, sounds ridiculous now, and there's a few artists that have died over the years, and I think there has to be some duty of care from the people around her and any artist to make sure they're not physically exhausted, to make sure they're not killing themselves, because no job's worth killing yourself for.